Time on the East Coast, world leaders gathering at the United Nations for the start of the 80th General Assembly.
President Trump scheduled to speak later this morning. Doug Luzader live for us in Washington with a preview on this. Doug, I had asked you about security there in New York City, which obviously is very tight today. And there's late word that the Secret Service may have thwarted some sort of a security issue involving cell phones.
Yeah, I mean, this is just kind of coming in from the Secret Service right now. And, you know, we should preface this by saying anytime you have the UN General Assembly meeting in New York, there is so much sensitivity about spy networks because it's such a prime opportunity for spies to figure out what's going on with a whole host of countries. But the Secret Service is reporting that they have uncovered this network of 100,000 SIM cards, 300 servers, pretty extensive in the area around New York City, so up to, I think, a 35-mile radius from New York. And this had the potential not to necessarily eavesdrop, but to potentially take down communication systems, to overwhelm communication, 911 services, that kind of thing. So this is quite serious. We don't know who is behind this, or if they do know, the Secret Service is not saying at this point, just saying that the investigation is underway.
That could be a significant problem. So, Doug, with the war in Gaza, a lot of countries are now recognizing a Palestinian state, which the U.S., of course, opposes that. So what's going to be happening on that topic?
Yeah, you see a lot of momentum behind this now, this recognition of a Palestinian state, one U.S. ally after another making that decision. The United States is not going that far. There are certainly critics of this move taken by other countries because many see this as kind of rewarding Hamas. But nevertheless, it does show kind of a shifting landscape here and the degree to which the U.S. and Israel may be kind of isolated here. But this is something the president will no doubt get into today. This is one of the conflicts he wants to resolve, and it has been extremely difficult.
That conflict and also the conflict in Ukraine, and he'll likely be putting pressure on other countries to step up pressure on Russia, specifically not to buy Russian oil.
That's right, and that's a big ask from European nations who have been very reliant on Russia for energy needs. The president's going to be meeting on the sidelines with the Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky today. And, you know, they've had, you know, times of tense relationships. So it will be just like the UN speech. It will be interesting to see what kind of tone the president strikes after that meeting today.
And also, you know, President Trump is going to be speaking with his war on tariffs, other stances. What kind of reception do you think the president is going to be getting here, and what kind of influence can he exert today?
Well, you know, the U.S. has a lot of influence over the UN just because of the degree to which we provide funding for that organization. So, you know, world leaders many of them are certainly trying to curry favor with the president. There are many who disagree with him, obviously. So it will just kind of depend, I think, on the tone that he strikes during this address this morning.
Yeah. First address before the United Nations since being reelected, so definitely a lot of news to be coming out of there in New York. We'll be watching it very closely today. Doug, thank you.
Big week there.
Thank you.